Yo, 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 what's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Nate the Great coming at you with another live. You already know if you're new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. To all the returning friends and family, you already know it's peace and blessings. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of time to tune in case these notifications ain't go out. First things first, hopefully everybody having a blessed and productive Tuesday evening. Hopefully everybody was able to smoothly get through the work day. Hopefully your kids was able to smoothly get through the school day. Oh yeah, and again, happy hump day to all the future babies that rock with your boy. Hopefully everybody is still having a great one nonetheless. Smoothly but quickly getting towards this weekend. I know for some of y'all, I believe spring break, if it hasn't started already, it's gonna start. And just make sure you again just keep your eyes focused on what you need to keep it focused on. Tonight gonna be a little different, but not too different. Might not even be on here too crazy. Just some things I was jotting down in my mind. So, Dolly, what's going on, baby? I hope you feel better. Hopefully, it's not no form of a stomach bug. You know, some people been going through it recently. Try to take the necessary fluids and try to ease up on whatever. You good, Dolly? You good? If you get the chance, ain't no rush. I said just gonna speak to the people as always. Appreciate those who tuned in earlier for the live stream. Definitely was a decent conversation. And shout outs to Marlene for popping in on the panel. Definitely was a good talk. Um, Something that's neat. Wasn't that far off. But today I want to speak on a different level. And I want to speak to people who need help. Especially those who I'm gonna say naive to relationships. Um, One thing that should be clear, and I'm gonna be honest with you, is if you are searching for somebody, prime example, right? You have to make sure that they actually qualify for that position, especially if you're already, you know, you're on board with what you want and what you require. Serious, what's going on, baby? Appreciate you, Dolly, baby. I said this a while back, and I gotta reiterate it again. Again, you have to love yourself. You have to honor yourself, and you need to respect yourself. How can you give that same honor, love, and respect to somebody if you're building? You don't have it within yourself. You gotta have self confidence at all times. You also gotta be confident that no matter what's going on or what might transpire, if you and that person are locked in spiritually and everything else along those lines, then just making sure y'all keeping yourselves strong and keeping yourselves afloat through the rockiness. Realist, what's going on, my guy? Again, you can't make certain decisions in life and think you can go back on it. Prime example is some of you playing around. Marriage is not a game. It's not a joke. This is something serious. And it's not no financial contract or no bonding contract. No. If you're going back to the old traditions of marriage, that's long lasting. Choosing somebody to either be your queen or you choose somebody to be your king, that's a lifetime commitment and that's a life step. And if you're not prepared for it, or if you feel it's just not going to be with that person, then you need to let it be known right then and there. Platty, what's going on, baby? James, what's going on, my guy? Again, marriage is a real huge step in the commitment in life. That means that you're choosing somebody to build with, choosing somebody to create lasting memories with. And if that's something that you really are seeking and hoping, then you better make sure that it's with the right person. Prime example, I don't think you should get married to somebody if there's any type of physical or verbal abuse. Because essentially, at some point, it'll take a turn for the worse. This is why it's going again to loving, respecting, and honoring yourself. Gotta do that first. If you know you are not seeking that at all, you better make sure that the person you with, you know them inside and out. Sometimes it's good to build good friendships with people before anything. And even if you are going to take a risk on certain things, because some people are going to take a risk. Some might take a good risk, you know. Some might actually take that blind chance, that blind faith, and actually find somebody that they could definitely build with, grow with, which is a good thing. Again, it's not just about going off of feelings. It's also about going off of logic. Because you want to make sure, even if you are choosing this person, that they got your safety at heart. You know, they got your best interest at heart too. Are they going to be defending you when it comes time to defend you? Are they going to uplift you at your worst time? Are they going to stay with you whether the financials is good or not? Are they going to continue to stay with you if things ain't going where it probably was going before a specific situation? If that person gets sick, will that person stay with me while I'm sick? Questions that you should ask yourself. Questions that you should make sure that when you are vetting out your future love interest, that they have at least those qualities. Platty, I ain't messing with you. Don't start your madness, damn it. I'll treat you like a troll tonight. Don't let me treat you like a troll tonight. You know, again, you have to be logical in that sense because again, you don't want to, you know, get married to somebody and then come to find out it's a complete opposite from what you know came across. You need to make sure that person you with is not borderline psychotic or crazy. General gist of things again, make sure that that person can read you well. Make sure that that person is definitely going to sit down and have the talks with you necessary. And yeah, you might have some uncomfortable talks. But those is talks that I feel at some point will strengthen the bonds, even if you do decide to get married. Some people might get marriage counseling, some people might not do that. You don't want to rush to get married, but you don't want to wait forever to get married either. You know? Hey, what's going on? Hey, what's going on? Oh, wait a minute. Come on now, Bartholomew. Oh, come on now, Bartholomew. I'm coming here with that. Back to what I was saying though. Just Jay, what's going on, baby? You know I had to get that. Come on now. I told you. You always gonna get one. Now, but back to the subject at hand. We ain't gotta worry about that person never being married or ever having some form of relationship anyway. So let's get back to the topic at hand. Their relationship is this internet. Oh man, but wait, take that for good measurement though.
Motherfucker.
Take one again for the night.
Motherfucker.
There you go. There you go. Now, back to what I was saying. Again, when it comes to those type of real life situations, you have to make the best logical decision. Like in certain forms, you can't keep making the same mistakes. Prime example, if you was in a situation where it was abusive on all levels, your lesson, if you do manage to get away from that situation, is learning not to tolerate that no more. To make sure that the next person you are with is not on that level. You want to make sure that the person that you do get with, the only time they're putting their hands on you is when they are honestly supposed to do so. And I'm not going to go deep into that, but you know where I'm going with. There are some people who, prime example, have been in a bad situation, and now let's take this stroll down the lane. They might get with somebody, that they wasn't expecting to be a complete general, and within the same token, might end up messing up their own situations. Why? Because they might be used to that situation of being attacked, being abused, right? You got some women who think that. They think that a man they get with, even if they the ones that's causing the violence, is supposed to strike and do all of that to prove that they not. I shouldn't have to put my hands on you physically, and I shouldn't have to abuse you verbally to prove that I love you. I don't feel nobody should want to have that type of relationship or even marriage. What are we fighting each other for? Prime example, if it is a relationship and you're trying to build towards that notion of marriage, again, you got to know each other inside and out. You got to be spiritually in tune, and you also got to be mentally in tune. Because trust me, you're going to have days where your head feels like it's going to explode. But it's only going to explode because of the certain situations and severities that are happening around you. You know, you might have some friends that, even though you might have the good relationship, a relationship could be on the rocks, could be going south. You know, and in that same token too, you got to be careful. Because that right there could kind of put a damper into your relationship as well too. At some point, you both might be overthinking the situation. You both might feel like you can't help out with that. But then again, some things you got to learn not to intervene in. Well, look here, Platty. That's solely your opinion. I still feel like for most of y'all that feel that way, um, there is still a blessing coming your way, whether you want to accept it or not. I would feel sad if you didn't accept it because again, everybody is going through a form of a ring in some way, somehow, even getting up into their ages. That doesn't necessarily mean the world stops, and that also doesn't mean that you still don't have time. If you already passed the stage, prime example, your kid's just about grown or whatever, now you just want a good companion at least. I at least know that part. No matter what the step is, I'm mostly speaking to those who are thinking about getting married. I'm talking about young, aged, all of that. If that's not a person you really see yourself building with or growing with, you need to take the necessary steps and finding the person you are trying to build with, even if it does take you some time. Some people have been in rocky situations, whether they was long term or short term. That doesn't necessarily mean your life is over. James number 8, what's going on? You already know if y'all just tuned in at the like button. But I've honestly felt this way. You know, if you are going to sit there and incorporate somebody in your life forever, um, you both want to make sure that you are not just financially stable, but you want to make sure you're mentally capable to deal with whatever. Because again, you might have people around you who their situations might be somewhat crumbling, or they could be going through some form of a ring. If y'all want to be the type of people that trying to at least keep some of that away, or you're at least trying to be a mediator to certain situations, you gotta know what comes with that. But I would say the main thing again is focusing on what you need to focus on, which is you and your partner. Fellas, in certain situations, you're gonna have to let that alpha male. You're gonna have to let that alpha male come out and not be a dictator or a czar, but you're gonna have to stand on your grounds when needed, especially if you might have to defend your woman from certain situations. Even if you ain't the most confrontational person, you still gonna have to defend yourself one way or another. You still gonna have to defend your lady. You have to defend your pride and honor when it comes to that. This is my thing. Some of y'all in that situation where you pretty much done did everything. You got your family, you got this, you got that. And if things didn't work out with your significant other for whatever reason, uh, the main part again, at some point in your life, you still want to have that form of happiness. Because I don't care. Don't nobody want to die alone. That's at least in my opinion. I don't know nobody that would say they want to die alone. Sorry to say it that way. Mm, it's not a good feeling at all. Not a good thought process at all either. Everybody is born to have some form of happiness whether it comes to you right away or not. But then there's some of you who, again, you have to stop taking dangerous risks and playing dangerous games. The reason why I say that is because, again, if you're just dating, you want to make sure that you're dating somebody that you really think you got an interest for. Not dating just to see what you can get out of it. Again, there's some of you who have gotten things twisted, and the main thing you are always focusing on, well, at least what I've seen, is financial. And it ain't just the women. I've seen some men doing that same exact crap too. You worried about what this person got, if this person can hold you down, so on and so forth. It's supposed to be a comfort zone in there too, yes. But that's after the fact, not before the fact. You shouldn't come in with a notion thinking that I got this one, I know this is what's gonna be. If I need this, I need this. No. When certain situations do happen to arise, that's when you'll see things for what it is. You don't just come with that notion of, yeah, I'm coming to get a quick come up. Again, like I spoke about a while back. And I'm glad you said that, Platty, because again, what I said a while back was true. You got to be with somebody that's going to respect your overall space and boundaries when it comes to certain situations. You want to give somebody a form of peace too. You know, it's imperative to do so. Sometimes you must take that step back, and it's for the good. But when you take that step back, right, even if it's moving away from something that was toxic or moving away from something that just didn't make you happy, again, you gotta also remember that your next option should be that future option, but also pay attention to it. You know, again, fully know somebody inside and out. Pick their brains if you have to, because again, you want to make sure that you're not marrying a complete stranger or a complete psychopath. Because this is how I felt. You don't want to have a marriage with somebody that's abusive on all angles, because guess what? What essentially are you going to build? If the whole purpose of being in that type of fundamental marriage is to build, grow, and keep the generational wealth growing, how can any of that take place when it's that type of violence going on? You know, seeing that's the thing. You never know what could be around the corner if you solely just give up on it. You're not going to find your quote unquote significant other just in one spot. If you think you going to the clubs all the time, you want to find somebody that you might want to be with, you'll find that it's kind of slim to none. Not unless y'all both on the same thinking pattern. Even then, I have some people who are not into the nightlife like that. Again, when you are finding the things that you love and that make you happy, you'll usually find certain scenarios will pan itself out. Appreciate you for dropping those links, serious baby. Appreciate you for dropping on serious links, James. What the hell is this food on? My bad, you already know workflow. It's always dawn sign. As soon as the weather get nice. As soon as the weather get I ain't messing with you, Platty. Oh man. No, I'm saying, look here. If you are gonna be out and about, even if you're not in the nightlife, if you're gonna be out and about, you never know what you might, come across or what might be appealing to you. You might find your significant other if you go into an art show or some form of a gallery or something like that. You might find your significant other not just in a church. You might find your significant other in a supermarket. You never know. The goal is not so much as just looking, but analyzing and then realizing what you think is best for you. Where these damn bikes coming from? Bike on mice from Mars. My bad, y'all. That was a gang out there. You can find your significant other 9 out of 10, or somebody that you're really interested in and can make something happen with just by going to do your simplest things, like your normal routine, rather it's running your errands or doing whatever, handling your business. Again, it's solely up to you. If you already know what you're content with and what you want, and again, if your boundaries are within realm and the person can respect that, then that's better than not having no respect for boundaries at all. Oh, you're gonna find a whole bunch of those, Platty. Look, you're gonna find a whole bunch of those. But then again, you might find one of them diamonds in the rough. You never know. But again, it's about being observant in certain areas. You again want to make sure that you have somebody that's gonna continuously put that smile on your face, give you that uplifting when you need it. Put you first if they have to, especially when it comes to your feelings. Gotta put you first. But then again, gotta be able to put each other in the same boat. You can't expect somebody to heal and mend and even try to build you up if you're not doing the same thing accordingly. I ain't messing with you still, Jay. Please don't do that. You starting to sound like the modern day woman. Please don't do that. Well, no, my fault. Yeah, you starting to sound like them to a degree. Don't do that, just Jay. Come on now. Oh, I know, Jay. I know. Trust me. I know you. I remember you telling me that. You know what I'm saying? You never know what you might come across because again, the world is full of surprises. The world is a big place, whether you believe it or not. It's small in certain instances, but it's just big. Period. You never know. You might find somebody that will definitely give you all the expectations met. And then what do you do from there? Are you gonna let it fly by, or are you gonna push it into somebody's hands? I ain't messing with you, Jay. Go sit in the corner, man. Listen, I feel you trolling right now, so now I got to give you one of these drops too. See, look, I knew you was gonna come in here with the madness. It's all right though. It's all right. I like that. Come in here with that, damn it. But you gotta know what you want. And again, the key thing is loving yourself, embracing your qualities. Like I said, um, finding somebody that will compliment everything about you. Again, we know some people are homebodies. Nothing wrong with that. If you're really not into the being out, in big public spaces and stuff like that, it's understandable. You might find somebody that's just the same way as you as far as that is concerned. Or they might like to be out to some degree, but they will respect your wishes and boundaries. Most important thing to remember. He said that shit creepy. Yeah, I know. I know. That's what happens. Just Jay, anybody come here with that troll madness, that's what I'm gonna give him. I'm gonna give him that straight up look. See, that's the thing though. You going through a process, but again, your process isn't everybody else's. Your main goal is again find somebody that aligns with you. Like prime example, again, having reasonable, just having reasonable things. Not always going to get everything on the list. But if that person is solely check out at least 85% of the list, why should that 15% matter? If that 15% is not really going to be a major factor in anything. No, I grant that, Platty, but then again, you got to remember too. If you know when or when you sense that there's a lot going on, again, you gotta take the proper steps and protocols. Again, because you don't want to jump out the window neither. It might not even necessarily be a lot. Some people be too on the defensive to a point where they'll mess themselves up too. Imagine again, and I'm gonna use this as a scenario. Just imagine if somebody definitely was for you, gave you everything that you wanted and needed, didn't give you no doubts, no nothing. But you've been giving them doubts. Essentially, what else is there left for that person to do? Like come on now. Just imagine you mess up your own wedding proposal or anything along those lines because you think either that person cheating or you think that person got something else going on outside of anything. You'll essentially look, how you gonna feel about that? You're eventually gonna again push that person away to somebody else. Call me crazy, but I believe in certain instances you only have a select few chances to get it right as far as finding love and everything else. And honestly, if you make the irrash decisions or the uncareful choices, it'll slim in that chance. Again, you gotta be with somebody that's gonna definitely gonna be for you. They don't have to hide nothing from you, and you shouldn't have to hide nothing from them. That's why it's good to have deep conversations, even while dating. Some of them conversations, they'll try to say, oh, it's too early to ask those questions. No, it's good to ask those questions right away so you know how far you willing to go. Prime example. You might be at a stage where you still might want kids, right? And I'm speaking to those who might be on that level. You might be at a point where you still might want kids, right? It's good to have that talk with somebody. Because again, you don't want to be with somebody, and if that's what you're planning on doing, and that person is not on board with it, you're not willing to compromise that or sacrifice that if that's how you really feel. Again, I know a lot of people have gone through different traumas and heartbreaks, but again, that doesn't necessarily stop you from being happy and finding that complete happiness that will complete you. Again, you just gotta recognize when game is being spit, and not even that. You just, again, you look at your surroundings and what it is. This person is there for you on more than 5 levels. uh, that's something you might want to keep. Again, if somebody's even doing the simplest thing, like the simplest tokens of affection and things like that, and they doing it from a good space, you gotta respect that. I see both of y'all about this. Matter of fact, I got something for y'all. I think y'all was gonna do that. See, I want people to realize why my scalp be hurting sometimes, and I got these two people to thank for it. But you know me, when I get a slight headache, I gotta eventually give them this. Oh, you was gonna get one of those, damn it. Randall, what's going on, baby? I ain't none of y'all innocent. Don't come in here with that madness. Y'all ladies know what I'm saying. It's facts too. You do go by a person's actions more than anything. But you also got to remember, if that person definitely wants the best for you and is trying to do the best for you, you have to be willing to accept that blessing. Prime example, ladies, if that man is willing to go through the ends of the earth to make sure not that you're just happy, but you're complete all in all, what's and they not expecting nothing, they don't got no hidden agendas, and you don't even feel it, what does that tell you? That essentially means, look, you finally found what you was looking for. Are you going to keep it in your grasp, or are you going to let it go? Oh, shit. Let me put my flashlight on, make sure ain't no cool fuckers out here. My bad, y'all. No, yeah, you want to make sure that you're in complete safety. Not just spiritually, but physically as well too. Again, you don't want to be in a situation where you might have to fight your way out of that damn situation, or possibly end up not being here because of that. And you want to make sure that the person you with is not hot enough. No double life, no none of that, right? Oh wow, Raiders. I'm sorry about that. But again, a person makes you laugh. They lift you up at your darkest times. They know what to say, when to say it. They know how to, you know, know how to keep the ship basically balanced. Let that man do what he do. Platty, I know you ain't got to explain yourself to me. I already know. But again, that don't mean it's the end of the world just because you might have come across some assholes. I want everybody to know that. I want the women to know that just like the men. I want y'all to know that too. It's also the same way with you. You gotta love, honor, and respect yourself. If you plan on loving, honoring, and respecting anybody else, no matter how you look at it, how can I give somebody strong love when I don't strongly love myself? How can I be a rock and a foundation for my wife? How can I be the head, prime example, when she's supposed to be the neck? If the head is not wrapped too tight. Now think about that. And again, there's some of y'all who will allow certain traumas that you've been through to affect what you're trying to do now. If you was in a relationship with somebody cheating on you, okay. At some point you have to learn to accept what happened and move on from there, and don't think that everybody is on the same boat. Just like you can't expect everybody to be abusive. Not everybody gonna be in the same boat. When you have gotten out of a bad situation, first things first is you are supposed to heal. You are supposed to take the necessary time and protocol to heal good from with the inside and without. You want to believe that or not? How can you be focused and trying to get to something good when you still don't feel good? Bonnie, what's going on, baby? I mean, let's keep it real. How am I supposed to think about a relationship when I'm not even in the right mind space to think about it? How can I think about trying to move on and actually find love and happiness when I'm not happy with, again, within my realm? I gotta ask myself that question. That's what most people would have to do, ask themselves that question. And that's the thing. If you have, again, somebody who's on that lines of doing everything you just said, Miss J, guess what? What happens if that's really somebody that's for you and you might have messed up or made a miscalculation? You ain't going, you're going to kick yourself. You're going to definitely kick yourself on that notion. Because again, some people have done that. They didn't know that they had a red gem that was there for them, that could have been there for them, and probably would have gave them the best of everything. But because of their defense fields being so planted, their mind still set on the same old hurt and pain, and kicked them down, lost everything. That person done moved on, probably found somebody that's accepting and willing to be with them, and now look, now you got to start back over again. Condolences, Raiders, condolences. I'm sorry, I'm over here multitasking too, y'all. Know me, night flow as always. No, but again, you don't want to misstep or miscalculate your blessing. You know what? Because again, everything in life is going to be a lesson. You might have been hurt in the past. That lesson right there will teach you to make sure you rebuild your confidence up, your strength up. It would also teach you that you are worth something, that you're not worthless. See, some of y'all have this mentality that you're worthless because somebody made you feel a type of way. You're not worthless, and you're not useless, and you're not second class. You're supposed to keep yourself in the highest regards. Again, have humbleness and confidence. Arrogance will be another thing that will destroy something that could possibly be. You must take the necessary steps again to heal more than anything. See, we have this notion that we could just, get rid of something bad and then instantly jump into something. No, it's going to take time. For those who have been in long-standing relationships and now they find themselves on the single chopping block, if that's what you want to call it, it ain't gonna be easy for them to just jump right into something. And they're not gonna force nothing either when they are solely trying to make sure that they're in the best standings for the next person that's gonna be in their circumference. How can I be a rock and how can I be fundamentary to my situation? I'm not fundamentally sound. How am I supposed to be the leader of my flock if I can't even lead myself out of that disparity? Something that you gotta think about. Uh-oh. I heard helicopters. Make sure they ain't on my neck, y'all. Make sure ain't no spotlight. I don't see no spotlight, do I? All right, good, good, good. No spotlight, no spotlight. June, what's going on, baby? Flying kind of fast too. I don't know. I don't know. You still wasn't no damn searchlight out. Give it that much. And that's the thing, though. If a person is willing to work with you through your trials and tribulations, if they're willing to compromise what's necessary for the betterment of a good relationship and even a good marriage, yeah, you have to let it flow naturally. See, that is the thing again. People don't know how to let things flow naturally. Again, you don't rush into a relationship and you definitely don't rush into no marriage. You already know I'm good, Jewel, baby. Workflow as always, you know that. Multitasking as always. About to take this lunch break soon. Baby. Not to chime in though. But again, if you don't love, honor, and respect yourself, who else will? If you just prime example throwing yourself out there to the wolves, you think anybody gonna look at you or at least look at you the same way? No. You gotta make sure that you are reasonable when it comes to what you're looking for. And again, a person gotta be willing to embrace you and accept you, flaws and all, and vice versa. Prime example, you might not like the fact somebody smokes, but if they not coming around you smelling like anything out of the ordinary, hey, what's the problem? You can work around things, right? There are some things, again, not so much a sacrifice, but compromise. But again, when you put yourself in certain situations where keep just throwing yourself out there like that, at some point, your chances of finding what you need to find will be slim to none. And I would say this on any angle. Prime example for some of y'all who are married or no, no, no. I'm gonna leave you out of it. I'm gonna say it from this standpoint, right? Some of you women out there running out here giving Ray, Pookie, and everybody the goods. You bringing all these kids in the world with irresponsible people, and then you're expecting a man to come in and play knight in shining armor. That's not gonna happen. Those chances are definitely slim to none. Benny, what's going on? What's going on? But again, communication more than anything. When you don't have a strong foundation of communication, they ain't gonna sit right. No, no, no. I know that. I know where you was going with that, Jay. Trust me. I know that part. I know where you was going with it. But I'm gonna be honest with you again. That's on all angles. Some people might not necessarily have to go get therapy. Some people just need to go take a time away, unwind, get away from people, clear their mind. If I know I had a bad breakup, regardless to how I feel, I'll have to give myself some time to just sit to myself, think, process everything. And then from there, I would have to get back to living my life. Not gonna hold you. Um, when it's all said and done, you solely, and I mean this, you solely are putting yourself in a precarious situation when you're not doing the math on somebody. Again, the love should come from within, and it should be a natural flowing love. It shouldn't feel like it's made up. Shouldn't feel like it's being forced neither. Person got to show you love inside and out. And that actually stands for something. And at some points, again, you know, you just got to learn to let things go. As much as you want to vent and get crazy about it, it's not going to help the situation any better. What are you getting out of just moping and complaining about it? Some people really do get like that. Again, if somebody is giving you all the best cylinders and aspects that they could give you, take it for what it is and accept it, but also pray on it too. You know, might be a sign you didn't see, but again, you need to be observant. You know, if a person treats you the same way indoors like they treat you outdoors, that's already a plus right there. If a person is willing to hold your hand and show you off and all that other stuff, that's a plus right there. That means that they are invested, really. But that's why you have to look, like you just said, you're gonna have to have a talk regardless. And sometimes it's good to ask questions. When you ask questions, you get what you're looking for right then and there. Sometimes you might not be that lucky. Because if somebody does answer those questions correctly, now it's solely up to you to find out if that person really has a strong connection with you or if they don't. Yeah, love can be fickle. Finding happiness and love definitely can be fickle at times, especially if you kind of been through the ringer. But again, I would implore you to not think of it as it's over. You'll realize that at some point, your true happiness will be right around that corner, arms open, and prepared to do what's necessary. Give me 1 second, nigga, trying to give me a copyright. My fault, nigga, trying to get me a copyright, man. Matter of fact, got me ready to use this on him now. Matter of fact, I'm using it. Got me mad right now. Now I gotta use this.
Motherfucker.
Damn it. Trying to get me a damn copyright. And you know what? The dating game right now, for those who might be of a certain age, yeah, it is a little different. It might be strange to some. To others, you still trying to figure out the motions of things. But again, when your spirit feels that inclined and that in tune with somebody, and it's the same way back, hey, embrace it, grasp it. You don't want to be in a situation where it could be your final shot at some form of happiness and love. Because again, everybody deserves that. Again, nobody wants to be in their olden ages and start being like old miserable hags. I'm sorry to say it. You've seen what happens in certain occasions, like I was saying earlier. If you out here giving up the goods to every Ray Ray and Pookie and bringing kids in the world with them and being irresponsible and thinking that somebody is just going to come in and play superhero and stepdaddy in the same token, you ain't going to find that. If you do, you might find somebody that's already in their own situation. All right, my kid's grown, this is that and third, I don't care. Again, you got to have self-respect for yourself. Self-respect. You don't want to be labeled community treasure, trust me. You need to be wise, not just who you giving yourself up to on the physical level, but on the spiritual level as well too. Platty, you just had a bad mistake 9 out of 10, or that probably wasn't the right situation or the right person for you. You never know, because there's some situations we wanted it to work, we want it to be that, but that don't necessarily mean it is going to be that. You know, you might find somebody you think that person could be good for you, but then you might find somebody that's a little bit better. And I mean, on an aspect of they might actually have more in common with you on certain things than what the person you with now is. Like, why would I continue to be with somebody if I know the only thing we're gonna do is argue, fight, and again, even downplay each other? That's not the way a strong building works. Prime example: how can I be abusive to my woman and think that a relationship is going to build and strive off of that? What am I building besides domestic violence cases and trips to the hospital or the precinct? What am I doing? And vice versa. Because again, don't think it's just the women that go through it. Nah, men go through it too. There's some men who won't report it because they feel in a certain instance, I'm gonna be labeled a punk if I do so. But in the same token, look, your safety is more important than anything. Making sure you're not getting with a complete stranger and a complete crazy person, that's something that you must be aware of. Again, if you know yourself real well and you know what the red flags and dangers are when it comes to certain situations, you follow that. I've always felt the first type of abuse on a physical level, that should be the first and last time it happens. There is no sorry once you go above and beyond and start putting your hands on somebody physically. Maybe it's just the way I think, man. Maybe it's just my view and opinion on it. But again, don't nothing end well when it's the first sign of violence. Gotta definitely get up out of there. Because no real king is gonna ever put their hands and disrespect their queen, and vice versa. No real queen is gonna disrespect or put hands on their king. Again, you are supposed to work as a unit when you are with somebody. You got to be able to have a strong conversation, deep conversations, and even uncomfortable ones. But those uncomfortable ones, again, will strengthen what needs to be strengthened up. And sometimes you might not find your significant other or your future just in one spot. Again, got to circle around. You know, don't find something right away that fits your description or that fits your narrative, then you find somebody that will. But be wise in doing so. Don't just throw yourself out there with everybody. No. If somebody really has an interest in you and showing interest in you, and not just on the physical level, they showing interest on you, you want to take that into consideration, but still be observant. And I would say this on both angles. Again, be mindful of what you put around you. That person is definitely for you. You'll know it. Again, your spirit is aligned, your soul is aligned. Trust me, you'll feel that. You'll know exactly if that person is going to be for you, if that person is just not meant for you. That person could be meant for somebody else 9 out of 10. And if that person is, gotta be willing to accept whatever may be around that corner. Around that corner might be something a little better, something that makes you a little more happier, a little more safer. Key word for the day, like I was saying earlier, and I'm gonna say it again, even on this level, safety on all aspects. Protecting your spirit, protecting your peace, but also protecting your space and your boundaries when it's supposed to be protected. If a person can't respect your boundaries, if you have certain boundaries, 9 out of 10, that's not going to be a person that you want to build with, because there will always be a situation where the total disrespect could come into play. Again, it's about knowing your position in life. And if you are happy with who you are and who you become in life, then continue to be that. If you feel there's nothing you really need to change for the better, then be happy and be comfortable and embrace everything about you. And trust me, at some point, you will find that person that embraces you and loves you just as much as you embrace and love them. That right there will be another fond memory being made. Tanya, what's going on, baby? Sweet Liz, what's going on, baby? Y'all already know if y'all just tuned in, hit the like button. And if y'all new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. But that is something to think about, though, for real. You know, you have to be observant and watchful on things because it best suits you. Fellas, you ain't gonna want to be with a woman that's gonna downplay you and disrespect you, even to the point of playing around with your manhood. You ain't gonna want that. Just like you women ain't gonna want no man playing around with your emotions. Especially if you know it might not be going where you think it's supposed to go. You ain't gonna want nobody playing on that. And that's real facts right there. Again, you gotta find somebody that really has your best interest at heart. Loves you from deep within and is willing to do whatever to keep that love and that balance together. Communication, all in all, that's the strong factor for any good building. If you're not communicating or not on the same level, you never will be. Love yourself and know your self worth. And that's on both parameters again. It's not just for the ladies, that's for the fellas too. Know yourself, love yourself, respect yourself, and know your worth. I think those are the best qualities in life. But until you do find that, you know, again, just live your life and be happy. Don't stress out because certain things might not be where you want it to be right now. Certain things will definitely play for you at the right moments. Again, you can't rush a process. You might think you solely deserve this, but you might not be deserving of it as of yet. The goal again is to keep your eyes open and stay focused. When it's actual true love that's in the air, trust me, the signs will always completely show. When you're both able to be out in public and even in private and laugh and conversate and just have all the good vibes, that's a plus right there. If a person can make you laugh even when you at a point of crying, that's definitely a plus right there. You got to know when to be strong, and fellas, you're gonna have to be strong for your women as well too when they going through specific times. If they might not be in that right, state of mind or that right state of thinking, you need to definitely make sure everything's on board, especially if you really love and care for them. If I think my woman could be suffering, prime example, if she done had a baby, and I know for a fact most women do suffer from that postpartum, right? I got to make sure my woman good. Sleazy Yeet. And it's the same thing with you ladies. You got to make sure your man is straight. Your man could be going through some trying times, and it could bring him down. You got to be able to help him lift up again. There's nothing worse than having somebody in a state of depression and y'all supposed to be trying to build and be happy. I hear you, sweet Liz. And thank God that again you was able to get away from that. Because again, that's something that nobody should have to put up with. No man or woman should have to put up with any type of violence or abuse, especially if you claim you loving somebody. My anger is not gonna override my logical aspect of thinking. I don't care how mad I am. I'm not gonna take my anger out on somebody that I'm supposed to be loving and caring for. Again, if they not solely complimenting you in the best way, they're not uplifting you, they're not showing you what's necessary to be shown. That's a problem right there. That's something you need to think about. But again, a lot of times, body language will tell you it all. Like I said, if that person is willing to hold hands with you and be with you, even if you kind of feel uncomfortable. But there's some people who don't know how to show that display of affection. Some people don't want nobody holding their hands or trying to do the whole. But my thing is, again, I'm trying to show you the best I can show you. Accept it. That person is only gonna. 1 second. What the hell is this food on? I'm bad. If that person is not gonna be the same with you outside like they would be in private, that's a problem. I'm gonna give a prime example. There's some of you who say you don't like big girls, right? But then you'll go with a big girl. But then the same token, yeah, you ain't embracing that big girl like you say you were going to. And for those who might be going through that, when a person is showing you exactly what it is in public, you need to get far away from that. And that's the most important thing, Sweet Liz, because again, some of these situations that we speak of, even on that level, they don't always turn out happy. Definitely do affect in the most negative ways. But again, that's something that nobody should have to live with or deal with. The first sign of abuse, you should be up and out the door. Because it ain't that much love in the world that's going to keep me with you if I know you're being abusive. The thing to remember again is safety, spiritual safety, and also physical safety. Key elements. Some people you're not going to be able to help. Once you see that there's a line like that, you need to get out of Dodge. That's the thing. You both got to be able to come together and think about the overall betterment of both of y'all. When you're in a relationship, you're supposed to think about your significant other and vice versa. When you're in a marriage, it's the same way. You're supposed to work and build together and communicate. If you're not communicating, uh, there is no language, there is no nothing being spoken. You're gonna be walking around basically clueless. You could tell off the rip when somebody is gonna be something that you could take on and when it's not. But see, I think a main problem to a degree where we get to is again, some people just only solely think about the physical aspects of things. Damn, shorty bad. I gotta get well. Yeah, shorty can be bad, but shorty can also have a bad attitude. She could have had a bad upbringing. She could have bad relationships. You gotta think about that, fellas, before you just jump into that. Same thing with you ladies. Damn, that brother look good. Damn, I'm definitely trying to see what it is. I'm trying to see what's what. And for all you know, that person could be an abuser on all levels. Definitely could be obsessive, compulsive, and arrogant. You never know. Everybody has different personalities. And if you're going to be trying to give yourself to somebody, that person should have at least a common conscience in their head to say, all right, I ain't going to mess this up. This person is taking or willing to take a chance on me. I can't mess this up. And if this person is actually the person for me, or it could be somebody I build with long term, I definitely don't want to mess that up. Again, all you gotta do is just have a good conversation. Even on the dating field, if you out and about, you could be going to a restaurant. What you think you're supposed to be doing? Do you think you're supposed to be on your phone trying to record all your dinner? Is it what's going on, or should you just be trying to give that person your attention? Like I said before, and I said this was a problem one time. Um, there's no way you can say you're on a date with somebody and you more focused on your phone than the person that you're dating. That's a blatant disrespect. That would be like me taking one of the ladies out and then I'm just in my phone all day. I'm focusing on what's going on everywhere else. That person gonna end up leaving. That person probably might have a bad thing already about me. Like, brother want to take me out, but then all in their phone, and vice versa. I'm trying to take this girl out. She only focusing on this. She trying to get the clicks and views, or she just trying to like, come on, man. This is why I said in certain instances you have to put your technology there. You'll mess yourself up out of a good date like that. Because again, if somebody is taking their time and they willing to sit down and really try to get to know you and build with you, it's only common sense and common courtesy for you to just whatever is not important at that moment, put it to the side. Oh, I know that part, really. Trust me, I know that. That's what I'm saying. It's a two-way street. But again, you gotta be able to compromise and work with each other. How can I know what's going on if you're not going to communicate and open up with me? Especially if I already got the notion that something is wrong. Prime example. Better off just coming out and saying what's on your mind. And I think that's a problem too. Some men and women are just too fearful of coming out and saying how they really feel because of fear of whatever. Might fear they might mess something up. They might fear that they're gonna sabotage something. They might fear that the person might get outrageous, outlandish. You never know, again, unless you sit down and have that conversation. And if a person is going to get enraged and quick to do whatever, then pretty much you'll have your answer on certain things. Didi, what's going on, baby? Again, it really is just about safety all in all. And the minute you do come to that realization, oh, trust me, things will get better. But even if you were in a bad situation and you were lucky enough to get up out of it, the main thing you should remember is again making sure that you heal properly on all angles, not just mentally but spiritually as well. And then once you've gotten to that point where you could get back to normalcy in your life, you continue to embrace yourself and love life. And you also still keep the hope alive that you will gain some form of love and all of that. It really ain't rocket science for real. What the hell is going on? Why can't y'all just go home? Oh, bad job. Give me 1 second. Folks can't go home. Hey, My bad, y'all. My bad. Somebody doing something they ain't supposed to be doing. Yeah, never mind. People trying to get a photo out. But yeah, you gotta remember that part though. Love, honor, and respect. It does start within yourself, and then from there, you will definitely be able to love, honor, and respect somebody else. Diamond, what's going on, baby? Well, I could officially say happy hump day to everybody that's on the East Coast. Happy hump day. Do the Humpty Hump. Oh, Diamond, since you in here, guess what? You get to view the troll drop too. Don't worry. Everybody's scared. Yeah, your boy been busy. Your boy been. Oh man. Don't run now, Realist. I told you. I tried to tell y'all months ago to take my damn device. Y'all ain't listen. Party done. Nah, but again, you gotta love, honor, and respect yourself. But you also gotta love what life gives you, good and bad. The bad things it gives you a strong lesson. It also gives you encouragement. It also gives you power to keep rebuilding. Like I said, you might have been in a relationship where the person might have been cheating on you. Don't think the next person you get with is going to be a cheater. Don't think that every person you might get with or the next person you get with is going to be abusive on all levels. Don't think that the next person that you get with is going to leave you for dry. Just because you might have had bad situations prior doesn't mean you're always going to have bad situations. If you know what you want, know what you need, and you know how to go get it, and eventually you'll get it. And again, there are some things you might want. There are some things you might think that's what you want, but it might not be for you. You're not always going to get what you want. I've said this time and time and again. You're not always going to get what you want. But you're going to get what you need. That part right there, too, serious. I'm catching up with the chat. It's the truth. For the women who have been victims of violence, get help. Get all the help that you need, but also make sure you take the time necessary to properly heal. Fellas, if you done been in a relationship where a woman didn't treat you as such, might have definitely did you dirty in more than one way, you gotta just eat what you gotta eat right now. Build yourself up. Take the time to heal too, and then move on. We're over here eating damn bell peppers over here. See, y'all trolling me tonight. Who was talking about food? See, now you trolling me. See, now look. Now we got to bring him back out again.
Motherfucker.
Damn it. Nah, I'm joking with y'all though. But again, love what life gives you. Embrace it too. Again, it will give you the strong lessons needed for better you. Serious, don't be laughing. I know you somewhere in the kitchen scheming. I knew you were scheming. It's all right. It's all right. Didi, I smell you scheming too. Don't worry. You're going to get hit with one of these two. No, you get hit with this. Giving y'all that damn. They know I had to message y'all real quick. Now, this is a good conversation tonight, though. The link is pinned in case anybody want to chime in. I was essentially going to talk about and get back to what I was doing earlier about what anybody, especially the parents, what do y'all feel is an acceptable curfew for your kids? But I might just chime in on that on another night. See, look, I knew Jay was gonna come in here trolling. You know what I like to do to trolls? Matter of fact, I'm gonna bounce back. Watch this.
Bounce back, take a loss, get her right back. She get tossed around, moving like that. Outside with the demons, Eliantte almost made me drown, but I'm free, man. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
You'll be coming in here with that madness. One more for good measurement, damn it.
Take a loss, get her right back. She get tossed around, moving like that. Outside with the demons, Eliantte almost made me drown, but I'm free, man. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
Told you to leave me alone, damn it. You want to troll? I'm gonna show you how it's done, son. James, my pellet grill need to come back. We ain't gonna go there today, my guy. As a matter of fact, since you got my pellet grill, you got to get one of these too. Don't worry, you get one of these blockers right now. You be all right, realist. You be all right. Nah, this is good fun though. Again, that link is pinned in case anybody want to chime in. I think I mostly got out what I need to get out tonight. Again, loving, honoring, and respecting yourself, so you can have that same for your significant other, whoever it may be. But again, you're gonna have to choose wisely in life. And again, for you youngins who might be getting into certain situations, again, think with a clear head. Don't just go off emotions, and don't just go off of sheer physical attraction. Again, you got to think about the trust factor, not so much as the lust factor. I covered what I need to cover tonight. And I'm about to bother y'all for the rest of the night. So yeah, I got smoke tonight. Who else wants some of this hot fire? Who else wants some of this hot fire? Nah, you can't confiscate this. You can't confiscate this. I wouldn't be me if I did. Oh. Well, here, let me help you out real quick. There you go. There you go. But again, you gotta definitely love yourself. If you don't love yourself and honor yourself and respect yourself, who else will? Realist, you keep giving me that look. You know what? I know why you keep giving me that look. All right, I got you. Don't worry. I forgot. Your day ain't complete until you get this one. Feel a little bit better than that, realist? You got a choice, man. You got a choice. But again, that is the beauty of life. Not so much as just making careful and calculated decisions, but embracing the challenges in life, embracing what's, you know, embracing whatever life want to give you. If it's going to give you something bad one day, take whatever knowledge you can take from that bad situation and turn it into a positive one. Again, careful decision and just actually having the right type of precision. Yeah, you'll pretty much get what you need. Again, it's solely about what's right. What's right for you. Didi, you laughing too hard over here. We ain't gonna do that to you today. Again, appreciate you for dropping all those links tonight, serious baby. Working hard on these damn sanitation workers, baby. I'm not gonna lie to you though. Once you get into a solid mind state, you definitely find you some solid ground. Gotta remain solid. But don't be too hard to the core neither. Because that right there might mess up the next future blessing. Take what you can take, utilize what you can utilize. Get life lessons for the following day. Oh, my fault. You get your daily bread for the day. Because as long as you're still breathing and you're still active, you're gonna always have some form of misery. But that's the stuff we know we can't and don't have control over. So those parts of misery are natural. Nobody's gonna be able to deal with certain situations, especially loss of life, the same way. It's one aspect to remember. If a person is going to be there with you throughout everything, even through that process right there, then that's a person you keep close. Don't allow yourself to fall into a negative space again. If you already crawled out of one, try to keep yourself in the most positive one. No doubt, sweet Liz. I ain't gonna hold y'all long either. I actually gotta start charging this phone, and my break is almost over. Nevertheless, just was a good talk for the night. And again, hopefully some people did get something out of it. Hopefully some people did share this out. Those who might be coming in and catching the replay, you already know I'll definitely be back in the morning with some good vibes. And for those following me on Clapper, yes, we in the building tomorrow. Yes. Get yourselves ready. Oh, and for the person that came in here earlier trying to be stupid, oh, we can't leave you out for the night. We're going to give you the instant hater blocker dance right there, though. I think this is the most official one I could do. Please, suit. That's my little troll hater shake when I start feeling the type of way. But nonetheless, we had a good one tonight. We only had one in here. No. Now I was expecting a little bit more. No. Damn it. See, when I put this damn pirate hat on, nobody want to play games. No. I think I found my niche, y'all. I found my niche. Nah, but hopefully everybody did get something out of it. I ain't going to hold y'all much longer. Most of y'all got work, school, and other activities. But again, hopefully you did get something out of this. And again, for those who do follow me on Clapper, I might try to do something dual tomorrow. Yeah, I definitely make sure y'all follow your boy. But good conversation nonetheless. Blessing always to bring something to the people, and that's what we're going to keep doing. Bringing these strong talks and conversations, and hopefully some betterment at some point. Again, it is time to start loving yourself more, start caring about yourself more, and be more reasonable in what you do in life. So I can really say, Diddy, don't be. You know what? I knew you was going to see here. Now you got to get it again. I'm tired of your madness here. See. Now I got to give you this. Yeah, I'm gonna give everybody that damn look from now on. But yeah, hopefully y'all enjoy your evenings, your mornings, and your hump days is almost over for you future babies. So I would say happy Thursday, but it still ain't there yet. So definitely make sure you download the app if you haven't done so. And again, come get some good vibes tomorrow, definitely. Tomorrow night, I'll definitely be on Clapper around 6:30. I might actually do something extra on there too. So yeah, definitely make sure for those catching the replay, you know what it is. Let me get up out of here. It's time to start being responsible again. If y'all was new to the channel, like, share, comment, and subscribe. Shout out to the replay gang. Shout out to the Shadow Mafia and the Shadow Babies. Y'all know what it is, baby. For everybody that was in attendance tonight, you already know that love is love and then be reciprocated as such. I don't know how to be fake. All I'm going to do is give you real. That's all I'm going to do is give you real topics and real business. And before I get up out of here, let me give y'all one more again. Since I felt disrespected.
Bounce back, take a loss, no get it right back. She get tossed around, moving like that. Outside with the demons, that Beyonce almost made me drown, but I'm breathing. I had to lose to win. Then I told myself I never lose.
I think that's how I'm gonna bounce it to every Friday from now on. I done got my groove back, y'all. Nah, but y'all enjoy your evenings. I definitely see y'all roaming around. But y'all stay safe, keep that third eye open. And until the next live, we out of here. Peace and blessings.